truthful, baby, for real. Overload. This is like I got like my pinky. Money, baby, we don't baby, it ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out. Luckily, sold, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw, peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go. Whole gang on that field, we don't do bleach. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleach.
They hate me. What should I do? Getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. I reinvented myself. They sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the jewels, got a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs. The balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So now be on summer grind. Handle your business. Handle your business. Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose match with the rose gold. Whoever counted.
That's why you said wow.
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold.
I think it said 0-10. God damn.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, man. I had that nigga, bro. I got that nigga now. I know what to do on him now.
First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down right.
Got some plays for that shit now, E.
Tremont Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Cause that's what you gotta run against. That's what you gotta run against that shit.
On second down, Cook. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
That nigga,
just play
be
number
1
3
second
here on the
between
opening
him
drive,
throwing
and
it
it's an
against
early
that.
3rd and 1. Throwing, Cousins, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph, for a Viking first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
They're usually loud and big. Cousins now on second down.
Oh, fuck.
And boy, that one drops.
We're all putting them bitches over the top of niggas' head.
Sooner, it may have been a
No
fumble.
bye.
One of the great coaches.
Yeah, on some of them, not all of them. On some of
Rush
them, yeah.
theirs, protect yours. He's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into
You got to against the defense ED plan.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Perry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. This is fielded at the 7. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
That nigga dropped back by 10
on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs
that
to
was
play
him.
with.
I couldn't even move. I'm trying to move up. Like, nigga,
So
you
second and 10 after the incompletion on first
went
down.
way back.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It is incomplete. It was Andrew Sendejo from his strong safety spot able to make the play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Sherrills. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Trying to get you right.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins.
Oh,
It's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick.
That ain't even let me do.
Put him into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
That's the wrong weather.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception.
He probably would have
Quick
picked it
change in
easily.
the situation here.
Well, he might have ran past the play.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now let's face it, every team wants to come out
That's
on the
what you
field.
got to do.
With some
You do got to
confidence,
do
with some
that.
tempo, play with some
Can't lie.
rhythm.
You got
When
to
you're
take the
making those
time.
types of mistakes,
Sometimes you got to take the
step.
step.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive.
You got to look at that shit before the play. Be looking at them niggas and see which one of them niggas you think gonna blitz. That's what I've been doing. When I'm playing E, I be looking, I see where they coming from. So I know what kind of move I got to make as soon as I hike that bitch. Then if he don't blitz, I can just chill.
On play action, Cousins going deep.
Oh my God, why is he burnt like that, bro?
Complete.
Oh,
And they can't bring him down. Touchdown, Vikings.
Oh, why that nigga got burnt like
Stephon
that?
Diggs,
That nigga got
77
burnt.
yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts.
Let's play that way.
Right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country or any speed limits out there.
That nigga
And
burnt him.
off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
He ain't had no help in there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Green Bay's offense coming out onto the field, and week 2 of the preseason, they were electric. 51 points they put up against the Steelers.
And Aaron Rodgers got his first action
Yeah, niggas
of the
with speed be getting
preseason
cut.
and led an opening drive for a touchdown, so he felt great. But the activity is behind him. Brett Hundley, his backup last season, He's having a terrific preseason. He played a little bit and did just fine, 6 of 9 throwing the ball. Deshaun Kaiser got his first extended action of the preseason. He was terrific, 7 of 12, 149 yards, 2 touchdown passes. The Packers are building some real depth at the quarterback position.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Come on, man.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
319. 319.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
This is Murray. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
I don't know when that should start. It's got a couple teams, man. Oh, you talking about the regular fantasy? I don't know. He didn't say nothing about it. Talking about like last year. I don't know. He didn't say nothing about it. He might not be doing it. He sure ain't missing it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field.
Better watch Diggs over there, boy. He's trying to kill him.
Rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. As the Packers make their way back out here on offense, talk about Mr. Davis's trip to Green Bay. You've been doing the camp visits, and you went up to Green Bay. You had a great time, didn't you?
I certainly did, partner, and I went full fan, full historian, you know, Packers lore. So while I was there, I drove to Vince Lombardi's house and kind of commune there for a little while. And the people who lived there, the same family that bought it from the Lombardi family back in late 1960s, still there, and they're used to this. I went by the Union Hotel where the Packers were formed. I went by St. Norbert's College where the Packers used to do the entire training camp. The only thing I haven't done yet, visited Curly Lambeau's gravesite. That's my next visit.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That's what I'm looking for.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
But you got that big ass Williams at the back of jersey.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
Oh, I gotta play that.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Ben Gideon leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to find Gray complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to. He still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
They don't want to throw it to him no more. Who used to put up this to that nigga paper?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
Yeah.
And he puts it through.
I don't know. That's the only thing is I cut that shit out. They just start popping up.
Crosby on now to kick it away. To return, here comes Marcus Shields. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
I wasn't trying to put no pick. I want to alleviate the field goal.
They start the drive with Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
I'll be losing the E a lot.
On a 1st down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run it again with Cook. And he's got room. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Oh, Lord!
That is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, CD, regular season inching closer. You know, looking at the ledger of the games, we'll just stick with the NFC right now, but it starts with a bang. Atlanta at Philly on the 6th.
How about the last 2 teams to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl head-to-head to start the season? The Falcons, they didn't win it. Philadelphia did. And then how about this for a 2nd game? San Francisco and Minnesota. In normal years, it doesn't get as much attention, but how about now? Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers to take on now Kirk Cousins' Minnesota Vikings.
Anything else there from the NFC Week 1 catching your eye?
Well, I think the Dallas Cowboys at Carolina, that definitely does, because the Cowboys are trying to get back to the playoffs. Dak Prescott, full season of Ezekiel Elliott, and, of course, number 1, the big man, Cam Newton, will welcome them to Charlotte. And to finish things off, the last game of the season openers, the Los Angeles Rams, last year's revelation, taking on John Gruden's Oakland Raiders. How about that?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Cousins.
Fuck.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Cousins now. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Kenny Clark able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Oh, shit.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3
I wonder
here.
what the fuck he was doing.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They got the lead as well as we are underway
let it go
in
to
the
3
third quarter.
seconds or so.
Trevor Davis now to return.
Oh, come on! Come
The Green Bay
on,
offense
folks.
now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters,
when
as I
you kick
also
that
like to
foot
call
with 2
them.
seconds
You've
left, I was
done
like,
things in a
hell
certain
yeah.
way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And some room to work.
Get out of there, Devontae. Ooh, Devontae.
Packers. Devontae Adams.
I ain't see it.
72 yards.
I was
And the
paying
Packers
attention to what I was
hang
trying
on
to
their
do.
lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script just
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from getting right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Second down, Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long for Cousins. trying for right, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw on 2nd down, Rodgers. Oh, he's got him in.
Oh, no.
Complete. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, and he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Come on, man.
Touchdown incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Man.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kentrell Rice picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Hurry up.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 58 on. 319.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Got a man. That's Allison. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's fine now. Jumbo!
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Clay Matthews in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Wide. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football now. 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory.
Oh, the last one was used to
doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. 14 yards that time for number 14. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, another interception. Kentrell Bryce.
We're going to score 100. Fuck. We're going to score 100, yeah.
Seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say that they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape up and down the interstate. Yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had six phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
Yeah, I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes. I feel special.
You want a rematch?
Resale and I never paid retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face, I place my like a drive-through. Feel it, you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we're good.
A first down throw for Cousins. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Tackle pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Ryan Quigley on now to kick this one away. Back deep is Trevor Davis. It's taken to the 26. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man is Jamal Williams. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On second down, Williams. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That's fine. Yeah.
You really know defense. You ain't got no fucking offense. Yeah.
19.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And Adams has it complete. And he's taken down at the...
Yo.
43, but not before picking up the first.
Hurry up.
Now a pitch out to Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
200 yards. Yeah.
Again, this is Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
3 touchdowns. What you talking about?
Cousins now on 2nd down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Cousins now from the 50. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Yeah, punt.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Let's go. Listen to me.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Let's go. Ringo.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Play action now. Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now it's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Let's go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Daniels in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, Rodgers.
What the fuck?
And he slings one that's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, we progressed through the preseason, so let's prognosticate about the regular season. NFC.
Can we overanalyze?
Yeah, I want to overanalyze too. NFC, the 4 divisions. Who do you have winning them?
Let's start in the East. The Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, got better in the offseason. I think they win their division again, although Dallas will make a strong run at them.
Okay. And the South, you were saying you like Atlanta.
Yeah, I do like Atlanta to get back to the top. Tough division. 3 teams in the playoffs last year. Atlanta, New Orleans, which won the division, and Carolina.
Going west, who do you have out there?
The Rams. They took over for the Seahawks last year. I expect them to stay on the top of the heap. But let's face it, a lot of excitement in San Francisco with Jimmy Garoppolo.
In the North, can Green Bay overtake Minnesota?
They can, but I don't think that they will. I think the Vikings defense carries them home. Kirk Cousins, their new quarterback. The Packers will challenge in a big way, but keep an eye on Detroit as well.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, where y'all going?
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
All right, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. You know what? We got a second. I did want to take a look back to the Hall of Fame inductions. Took place in Canton on August 4th. And what stood out to you from the ceremonies, from the speeches that you heard?
Well, for me, beside the speeches, just remembering their careers, I really flashed back at how much I enjoyed watching Brian Dawkins play, and his speech was terrific as well. Robert Dr. Doom Brazil with the Houston Oilers, absolutely loved him as a player. And Jerry Kramer had to wait so long with the Green Bay Packers. For him to get in, I thought was terrific, and I can't wait for next year. First ballot eligible guys, Tony Gonzalez, Ed Reed, and Champ Bailey. That's a strong class.
Another star-studded cast. Open here is Ellison. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the 2nd half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Doing a lot of blitzing.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Yeah.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, come on, man. That's passing.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Nigga holding them there,
plays like that work, It's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been in practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to be a quarterback in high school. I can do this. Until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Given 4 yards there, it'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd down, Cousins going for it all. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, you got a young quarterback, you know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Well, some good news, partner. We will
out of bounds, man.
As we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Rodgers will... 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I'll go over here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Grant's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
We are going.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Eric Kendricks not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And Crosby puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case.
Ran into the block.
Right up like a pro.
I'm scared I threw it all the way down the field, man. Nigga, what are you talking about, bro?
26-yard line.
Oh, man.
And out now come the Vikings. And last
you be trying to talk a nigga out their game, man.
That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least
we out here. We out here, man. 3-3, man. 3-3. We out here.
I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Lucky 48. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Pick that shit, man.
We saw this a lot in the first
Pick
half,
that
and it
shit off,
continues.
man.
These receivers just not able to get much separation.
Pick that
So
shit
that means
off,
they have
B.
to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete
Pick
pass.
that shit off, man.
The Vikings on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun. Cousins.
Go. Want that shit.
Nowhere to go, and they bring him down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover.
We could
The
blitz too.
biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Back now at Lambeau. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Packers get set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 15.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. On the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And that's complete to Adams. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Let's go, let's go, come on.
Rodgers on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers again now.
Man.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the quarterback, there in coverage.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Rodgers to throw once more. Finds his target, Montgomery. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To throw is Rodgers. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Everson Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Waiting on it to clear.
Ty Montgomery from 8 yards out.
Waiting on it to clear.
And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
Waiting on it to clear out.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Man, that nigga ain't trained yet, man. Fuck, man. You had that nigga 3 years, man. You got to come on, I got to kick the ball. And then you kick it out of bounds. Yeah, man.
Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 20. Yard line.
Let's go. 300. Hey, 382, let's 50.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. The catch is made by Kendall Ryan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They run, Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. To throw is Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He'll look to throw. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Well.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers to throw. He's going to fire one deep over them. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Let's go.
Following the interception, Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well.
First throw of overtime for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. They go play action here on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
On second down, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Packers on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know that there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. All right, he can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if you need a Hail Mary, no one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in, when you've got pressure on him, he uses his legs to escape and create another big play, whether he's running it or extending it so a receiver gets open. I think he embraces overtime, and he embraces the spotlight that comes with it.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And Crosby puts it through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. On the carry, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Let's go.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. What can Cousins do in the OT? He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Well, we thought this game would be a good one.
Game time, get him out of here.
Into overtime.
Another one bites the dust.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put foot to it.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Jimmy. 26, man. 1 TD. That's right.
Somebody call for the queen.
something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture me. You got this picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth. And who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You gotta picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can you notice from way up here? They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert. Don't be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back.
What you say? You looking for me? Is that what you said? Yo. No, you ain't fucking looking for me. It's like mystical. Here I go. Dripping my swag.
Dripping my swag.
General choose. I never killed anybody, but I guess I'm gonna do it anybody. I got the streets on my back, carrying like I'm moving the body. I told them to shoot 100 rounds, like they trying to move in the body. Skipping school, that's the truancy body. In the morning, I had me think about the morning. Superstars out. Brand new cars out. Think about putting her on the gram and deleting her. Think about posting her on the gram and deleting her. Think about putting her on the gram and deleting her.
Now she don't skid, splash. Think about posting her on the ground and delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do
Yeah. Dog, that nigga dropped that shit, son. You saw that?
A lot of bodies in there.
It had too many bodies. Man, that was a tough one. Yeah, that bitch hurt. That nigga Melvin said tough loss. That bitch hurt. Overtime. What color you got?
I don't know, whatever it usually is, whatever it's supposed to be.
Oh, that shit. Man, that shit was, oh, that shit was horrible.
I got on that right there, yeah.
Oh, I can't put a win together for some reason, son. I cannot put a win together, dog.
That was the best game right now.
I cannot put a win together, dog. Nigga driving down the field. Nigga driving. Nigga stop my under fucking what you call that? I taught you niggas how to do that under shit. That's how I was telling you how to BE. Oh, that nigga would not motherfucking run underneath and get the first down, son. That nigga caught the ball and got hit. Boom.
I was looking for that shit.
Yeah, because everybody running it now.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports
That
coverage
shit was
of the
crazy,
NFL brings us to the
dog.
city of
I
Angels,
just figured
Los
you was gonna
Angeles,
try to get some
California.
short.
The city of
And you
Angels
can't throw the
showing it
ball
can be
deep
loud
out here.
and raucous. This
The
was
shit gonna
scene
either
a
be
moment
fucking
ago as the
intercept
home
or
squad
fucking
emerged from
incomplete.
the tunnel. They're ready for football
Nigga
and
looking
ready
for
to
it.
watch their Rams do battle.
Man,
They're
only
looking
with
for
it.
the deep passes to get him.
Man, no, not really. No. Only way, but nigga ain't got no pass rush.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down.
Oh, that shit was crazy, son. I fucking drove about that one. That nigga motherfucking dropped that bitch. Big pimp. Big, whatever his fucking name, man. Theater. Yeah.
On first down, Breeze. And incomplete to open things up. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time able to make the play.
That nigga backed up
Let's give some
all
credit
his
to the
man.
defensive guys on that play.
He
Able to back
was
down
running
the
on
way. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
He was in his zone.
The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. That is knocked away and incomplete.
He caught that bitch.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Oh, that
and that one hits at the 7.
That nigga got a leg on him, boy. That nigga boot that bitch. Boof. Oh, God. Come on, defense, bro. Cannot believe that, dog.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
I think that's on the ground.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And some space here. Breaks through the contact. And he's brought down after a good game.
They clicked me to the man behind him.
32 on that one. It's a 1st down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015
Better be faster than Alvin Kamara, because Alvin couldn't even get around the outside.
That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
On 1st down, it's Gurley.
This one goes nowhere.
Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Whatever you call it, but
Not a holding out the bro. When y'all gonna call that shit?
Here we go.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down, here's Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Thank you.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
14.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
What the fuck?
Out onto the field comes
Did he
New
block
Orleans.
somebody over there?
Hoping to
He
do better
just
than they
came off
did
the
their last
bench,
possession
man.
when they
Nigga
punted the
stupid.
football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them
Here
they
came off the
control your
bench and ran
fate.
straight on the field.
Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Maybe it's 10. It should be
When
a
you see
first
zone
down.
defense and you know you
All
got a
on the
drag
line.
route on as your primary call,
Yeah.
you got to be
They
really
really make
careful
sure
as a
they don't get
passer
nothing
about
on
how
that
far
bit.
you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking long for Thomas. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On second down, Kamara shreds the tackle. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Again, they run with Gurley. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
Juke move. That keep me every time, son. None of my players never juke, dog.
Todd Gurley.
That one fucking juke move, dog. That shit, dog. You gotta press something else, dog. You just don't. You gotta be on turbo or something, dog. They got you, son.
Yeah, I'm on turbo too.
That's what I'm asking, my nigga. I knew it was something else, dog. That nigga just don't juke like that, son. What I'm saying, like you still pressing, you still holding turbo and juke at the same time.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Man, that nigga, all my players juke be slow as a motherfucker, dog. That nigga juked the man and just kept running. Like, what the fuck?
Interception, but they did put
oh, that shit ridiculous, son.
Drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off
the drive,
not
even jumping.
That does them no good.
That nigga jumped late as a motherfucker.
Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And throwing to start the drive.
Nigga just ran a linebacker and then that nigga just took off like just 2 niggas. Like, come on, dog. That shit crazy. Easy. I knew it was something else. I knew it couldn't just be the fucking the juke move by itself, man. You had to be on turbo doing that shit.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Some of these play calls,
man, that shit
I'm
crazy.
a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make
get in there, Donald. One of y'all.
Because otherwise, this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy can hold on to the football.
Every time I play with these things.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So now back out come the Rams on offense. A 2nd preseason game for them. They defeated the Raiders, who are actually seeing the Monday night opener, but no Goff, no Gurley yet. Will we see them in the preseason?
That's been the big question, not just around the West Coast, but throughout the league. Will those guys play at all in the preseason? Because some teams are leaning more towards, we will count on you being ready for the opener and avoid injury during the preseason. We're now getting word that the Rams are going to probably play Jared Goff and Todd Gurley limited action against the Houston Texans, but we'll see. They won't play much in the preseason, maybe just a few snaps.
They'll stick to the ground game.
Oh, where to push, bro? The fucking holding, dog.
Oh, keep going.
3 extra yards to the 43.
Man, nigga holding the fuck out Cam Jordan, dog.
It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Come on, bro.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Goff on 3rd down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Damn, I ain't on the flip. That's supposed to be a pass.
I was so scared to click on him, man. I'm like, man, he about to
So on 4th down,
jick
here's
the
Charlie
fuck out
Hecker to punt it away.
I thought he was supposed to be a pass. He flipped that thing.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for them. That's how they have to treat this job. They need points big time.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards.
You winning. How you getting fucked over?
It's not on that usual shit when I be right there.
His back was turned. He ain't even know the ball was coming.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They find
look, where the juke? You see what I'm saying?
Down just shy of the 45. A solid run on first down, gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That nigga don't have no moves.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best.
Oh, my man. These niggas is fucking trash, bro.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens
every
so
defensive
rarely.
nigga pick, dog, and a player is right there, son.
Out there is not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on.
What the fuck was that?
Maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to
man, the nigga ain't hit the stick. The nigga just threw his own.
On the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This shit here gotta stop. This nigga just threw it. You right there. How much closer you gotta be to do a hit stick? That nigga right there.
2 minutes
That's crazy.
to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Another carry now for Gurley.
They just giving me anybody, dog. They not even clicking me on to the right player. They just clicking me on any fucking body that's round the ball.
And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Anybody that's around the ball, they just clicking me. They so discombobulated right now. They don't know nigga running up past the bitch. Look, they so discombobulated. Nigga caught that bitch.
His guys are in for 6.
In the end zone, right there. The fucking goal line, son.
This is similar to
the run got him fucked up. The run got him fucked up. They confused. They fucked up.
You usually end up
that
seeing
nigga
the result we saw.
Crowley, he act like he slow. About to yank that nigga from over there. Nigga get burnt every time.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over
that
here.
Shit was crucial. That nigga, you broke that bitch and untouched. Nigga can't get nothing going.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
No matter where I throw the ball, they got a nigga there, dog.
Almost picked. Instead,
no, and I play the same defense, a cover 3, a cover 2, man to man. Niggas be wide open.
AFC Division Champion predictions. Who do you have?
This shit aggravating, bro. Man, this shit is aggravating, dog.
I don't think so. I don't think there's a challenge.
Nigga throwing the ball down the field, they got a nigga right there, dog. Look.
First here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and he'll take it across midfield.
This shit is ridiculous,
yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back
It
drives
don't matter what defense I press, dog. The niggas, they can't stop the run. The niggas get open on the pass, a cover three. Everything is covered. Them niggas still getting open. Like, come on, son. That shit, wow.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a
First
yard
time they stopped the man on the fucking the cover 3 run. First time. Shit, wow, bruh.
Goff now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff now looks to throw. They'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mark Barron. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. After the interception, here's Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Who is it?
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
Who is it?
And Zerline's kick is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Lutz now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, it's gone. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go, Salat. 180. Salat.
Out of the gun. Gone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Kill.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. It's Thomas. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
This is caught at the 20. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Here's Breeze. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas from 19 yards away. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Lutz now to kick this one away. Cooper on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and of course that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, the top 5. It's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who would you take number 1 in a fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top 2 picks. Johnson missed all of last season with a wrist injury. And with potentially a rookie quarterback there and a little bit of a rebuild, he may get more work than he can possibly handle. Todd Gurley was a beast for L.A. last year, running it and catching it. But how about a rookie by the name of Saquon Barkley with the Giants? I think he'll get a ton of touches. And Alvin Kamara, he showed what he could do last year, both running it and catching it. And don't forget, returning it as well.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's gone. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Looking deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. The bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to the workhorse today is Gurley. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far.
Yes.
Now in Los Angeles, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
Let's go, Drew. Lead up to a comeback drive.
Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now Breeze, gotta have this one. Again's got it. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have come back within a score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
17.
Now gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Gurley.
All that holding, bro. All that fucking holding.
Just shy of the 45.
Outside.
A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's gone. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mark Barron in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Saints on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Look where he at. Look where he at. How you catch the ball right
there. They have the football.
Look where he at.
Shop at the 33-yard line.
He's the fucking line of scrimmage, bro.
Now 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Man,
unbelievable, isn't
they
it?
got the line of scrimmage.
We're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath.
This nigga at the line of scrimmage,
and
dog.
for one of the few times here today,
they
this
catch
one's
the
not
fucking
go
ball.
anywhere.
Yo, you niggas get
No
some lucky ass shit,
down.
dog. Man, you niggas be getting some lucky ass shit, bro. This nigga got a sack on me, dog. This nigga was wide open.
And Charles, I think when the schedule
I know it was a blitz.
Teams, no matter where
this nigga, that's why I'm throwing the ball. I'm looking at the nigga come. This nigga Drew Brees would not throw the ball, son.
Not letting them break your serve.
He would not throw the ball. That nigga tag in. That nigga tag in running up the field. Him and your boy, he got the nigga beat. Looking at the nigga. This nigga would not throw the ball, son. Man.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon.
That fucking run,
this
dog.
This is the presentation of the NFL
I'm
on
looking
EA
at this
Sports.
nigga,
For
dog.
more, check us out at EASports.com.
Man, bro. Nigga can't get a fucking win, dog.
So
this shit is aggravating.
Park in LA.
No matter what a nigga do, nigga be open, nigga. This nigga out jumping the cornerback, out beat us. This nigga just out jumped him, caught the intercept. I'm like, bruh, come on, dog. Nigga's wide open. This nigga would not throw the ball. Fuck.
We want back ends.
Man.
Wipe my sins. Wipe my sins. They can't win.
That nigga would not throw the fucking ball, dog.
They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We
That
want
fucking
back ends.
bullshit.
Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends.
Fuck.
Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up.
Man.
Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah. Yeah. Wake up. Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you, right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it.
Yo, where you at, man?
Wanna play like cars in it. Where the white flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like
yo.
Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor.
That nigga did not throw the ball, dog.
I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the crib.
Man, fuck. This nigga would not throw the ball, son. That's all I asked you to throw the ball, dog.
We gon' blow your block like a new year. And I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. Bust down.
I'm so tired of being on the fucking road, bro. Shit aggravating, dog. Yo, let a nigga go home. Fuck. Man. That nigga, I'm with these niggas be getting lucky ass shit, bro. That nigga broke that run with Ty Gurley, dog. Man, nigga can't get nothing going.
I just hate the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The first carry now for Doug Martin, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
They'll run for it. Lynch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Man, that was cold-blooded, dog.
They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Go. Get set.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. A strong safety, Barry Church, all over that one and knocked it away.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try to do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Oh, yeah. I hate when they got to do
an
that.
extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Let's go. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Hey, while we got a second, let's talk rookie running backs. Obviously, the headliner is Saquon Barkley, but there's a lot of good other backs in this class, are there not?
There certainly are, and there was a surprise first-round pick to many people out of San Diego State named Rashad Penny, who went to Seattle. They're trying to recreate that strong running game that they had that powered them to 2 Super Bowl appearances. How about Royce Freeman in Denver? A big-time pickup out of the University of Oregon. They expect him to be the lead runner when the season begins. He'll get every opportunity to do that. Kerryon Johnson in Detroit, out of Auburn. They haven't had a running game since I can't remember, and they need to take some pressure off of Matthew Stafford. Maybe Kerryon Johnson can power them that way. How about a couple below-the-radar guys? Chris Warren is leading the NFL in rushing after 2 weeks. Undrafted out of Texas, running the ball well for Oakland. And if John Kelly can step in and give them some good play in Los Angeles, they've got great insurance for Todd Gurley, who, of course, is their lead back.
A lot of good ones. Of course, the class would have been even better had Darius Geis not gone down with that ACL injury. Tough break for Washington. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. First down, the run with Lynch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, hey, we got to get in the AFC Week 1 talk. We talked about the NFC and what to look forward to on their schedule, but there's some great AFC games as well.
And many people believe the AFC West is as good a division as there is in the NFL. How about this for an opener? The Kansas City Chiefs headed to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Patrick Mahomes, the new quarterback for KC, had to deal with the pass rush of Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram of the Los Angeles Chargers. And a second one that catches my eye is Houston at New England. The Texans always trying to measure themselves against the Patriots. Now they get back Deshaun Watson. They get back J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless, and they take on the defending AFC champs in Foxborough.
And one crossover game that's pretty interesting. How about Jacksonville against the Giants?
What I like about that one is you have a Jacksonville team that came so close to getting to the Super Bowl last year, but they and the Giants have a similar philosophy about how to play the game. They're going to be physical. They want to run the football. So Leonard Fournette for Jacksonville and the rookie for the Giants, Saquon Barkley, they could both get a lot of carries in that game. And last but not least in that one, how about Pittsburgh at Cleveland? People don't think about that game very much, but this has been the summer of the Cleveland Browns in preseason. Will Baker Mayfield actually hit the field? And can Cleveland start a new era with a big win over Pittsburgh?
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Mario Edwards in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to the best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Get set.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down. Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Nelson. First down, Raiders. The former Packer Jordy Nelson on the receiving end from Carr.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Carr now to throw. Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On second down, Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage against traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down. Here's the run with Martin.
Where you going?
The nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 5 on the carry. It'll be second down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
He juked this bent. What type of juke was that? Come on, man. You're not supposed to do all that. He did too much.
Express!
Now Carr throwing on second down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jordy Nelson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Let's go, let's go. Lucy.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. And the Raiders have got him. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Trying to figure out what you waiting on. That's a beautiful stadium.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A final shot before half for Bortles. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Oh, man, this man tripped over nothing, man. Come on,
Still
bro.
2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Room here to run.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive.
There's a pick.
Guys,
There's a pick, man.
Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Man, Khalil Mack about to be traded.
To who?
Another team, Oakland giving up on. Well, he act like he giving up on Oakland.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Mario Edwards in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. To throw is Bortles.
Pass,
and it is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Get the block, get the block.
Harris now to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That hop step.
On first down, Carr going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Trying to figure out where that went.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands. Unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense. That fell harmlessly to the ground. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Carr gives to Marshall. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Try to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, yeah. Where you go?
D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Bortles to call for the Jacksonville first.
Right.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. On the stop is Sharice Wright.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
You fine? Yeah, I think that.
So out come the Raiders. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now Carr, in the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's a give to Lynch. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, Martin. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll pull out. Here's Martin. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
He gets this one away. Boy, it's another boomer. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. Come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
The Mac dance on his feet.
In there to get him for a loss of 5. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Bortles to throw on 2nd down.
Man, come on, man.
And some room to go now. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear
remember, you've been getting there. You ain't even getting there, hopping up the ground type shit. Now you trying to get it. How that?
Inside the red zone for their offense.
Handoff comes to Lynch, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play.
Some of that work.
Let the clock wind down.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really... Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I take chance. Be giving it. I could have scored right there.
You thought you were trying to score.
I could have ran
thought I was going to think you was running it again.
I could have ran the ball. You stacked everybody right there at the line. I could have still ran in there. Shit, boy.
I was in the zone. I knew you was going to
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much room there, so getting up only to about the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Back to throw. He finds Yeldon to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle.
Got a little razzle-dazzle.
Brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Come here, man. Come here, man. All that holding they doing. All that holding they doing. And you talking about a jump. And you talking about a jump. Oh, my God.
And he made the right play.
And a lot of holding
it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
To throw is Bortles. And that will be incomplete.
Get it out of here.
4 ticks left here on the clock. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, man, hurry up. I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
It's almost 4 o'clock. Got to bring my dog. Admit.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. One final try now for Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. The storyline
damn, you gotta catch that, bro.
The number 0, zilch, nada.
Got a dub before I
so
left.
hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
And we had a bad game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.